Part 3 from the Diary of Annie Frank. So we have seen that how Annie Frank, she says that before telling something else in a diary, before plunging means starting right away. She would give a brief sketch of her life and of her family, which she doesn't like also. So she starts with the father. My father, the most adorable father I have ever seen. She says her father was the most adorable, respected father she has ever seen. Didn't marry my mother until he was 36 and she was 25. So they both got married when father was 36, mother 25. My sister Margot was born in Frankfurt in Germany in 1926. I was born on 12th June 1929. I lived in Frankfurt, that is Germany, until I was 4. Then my father emigrated. Emigrated means he went and started living in Holland in 1933. My mother, Edith Hollander Frank, went with him to Holland in September, while Margot and I were sent to Aachen to stay with our grandmother. So first his father went to Holland, then mother went, and they both were sent to Aachen, another place, to stay with their grandmother. Margot went to Holland in December, and I followed in February when I plunked down on the table as a birthday present for Margot. So she says, when I was plunked down. Plunked down means put down in a casual way, just for fun's sake. She was put on the table as a birthday present for Margot. So this is all about Margot, how the family they emigrated to Holland, and she and her sister Margot they went to Aachen. Aachen is again in Germany, and she then they finally went to Holland. I started right away at the Montessori Nursery School. I stayed there until I was 6, at which time I started in the first form. So she started with Montessori Nursery School, where she stayed until she was 6, and then she started in first form, first class. In the 6th class, means 6th form, my teacher was Mrs. Cuperes, his mistress, and at the end of the year, we both were in tears as we said a heartbreaking farewell. So this is all about her schooling. And in the summer of 1941, grandma fell ill, and we had to have an operation. So my birthday passed with little celebration. Now she tells that of summer 1941, grandmother she fell ill. She was very attached to her grandmother, and so she did not celebrate her birthday. Grandma died in January 1942. No one knows how often I think of her and still love her. This birthday celebration in 1942 was intended to make up for the other, and grandma's candle was lit along with the rest. So 1942 grandmother died, and then she celebrated her birthday, and to make up for the other, to just make up like she did not celebrate her previous birthday, and a candle was lit, means she lit a candle for her grandmother on her 13th birthday to show her love and respect for her. And then the 4 of us are still doing well. Then she says that for her father, mother, elder sister, they were doing well. And that brings me to the present date of 20th June 1942 and the solemn dedication of my diary. Then she says this is the date, this was the present date when she says that they bring to a serious dedication of a diary. Our entire class is quaking in its boot. The reason, dearest Kitty, our entire class is quaking in its boot. The reason, of course, is the forthcoming meeting in which the teachers decide who will move up to the next form and who will be kept back. So she starts a diary, dearest Kitty. She addresses a diary, and she says our entire class is quaking in its boot, shaking with fear. And the reason is the forthcoming meeting where the teacher will decide, will tell the result, who will go to the next class and who will be kept back. Half the class is making bets. Though she's saying that half the class is making bets, Gian and I laugh ourselves silly at the 2 boys behind us, Cian and Jacques, who have staked their entire holiday savings on their bet. So they were betting, you will go, I will go, they will be left. So they are making fun. Staking means a gesture showing that, put your future in danger cause you hope it will bring good luck. स्टेक करना किसी चीज़ को मतलब शर्त लगाना कि उन्होंने अपनी जो हॉलीडे की सेविंग्स थी पूरी शर्त में लगा दी ऑन देयर बेट फ्रॉम मॉर्निंग टू नाइट इट्स यू आर गोइंग टू पास नो आई एम नॉट येस यू आर तो सुबह से शाम तक ये रहता था यू आर गोइंग टू पास नो आई विल नॉट येस यू आर नो आई एम नॉट इवन जीज प्लीडिंग ग्लांसेस एंड माई एंग्री आउटबर्स्ट कांट काम देम down. So every day this was the noise in the class, and even the G's, pleading glances. Pleading glances means this is a gesture actually, showing that someone, showing someone that you want something very much. प्लीड करना, उसके सामने रिक्वेस्ट करके इशारे से बात करना. और एनी कहती है कि मेरे एंग्री आउटबर्स्ट आर सडन स्ट्रॉन्ग फीलिंग ऑफ एंगर भी उनको काम नहीं करती थी, उनको शांत नहीं करती थी. इफ़ यू आस्क मी, देर आर सो मेनी डमीज दैट about a quarter of the class should be kept back, but teachers are the most unpredictable creatures on earth. एनी फ्रैंक कहती है अगर मुझसे पूछा था आधी क्लास इतनी डमी है, दे आर सो फुलिश दैट अ क्वार्टर ऑफ द क्लास कैन बी स्टेट बैक, उसको फेल हो सकती है. बट वो कहती है टीचर्स बड़े अनप्रडिक्टेबल होते हैं, यू नेवर नो व्हाट दे विल डू. अनप्रडिक्टेबल मीन्स यू कैन नॉट प्रेडिक्ट व्हाट इज़ द